Ben Stiller and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky have met each other in Ukraine. As he arrived, the American actor told the Ukrainian president, "You're my hero." Zelensky touched off his comments by replying modestly. However, Ben continued to praise him by saying, "You quit a great acting career for this." Zelensky, with perfect comedic timing, said, "Not so great as you." Ben concluded his praises to the Ukrainian leader by telling him, "The way that you've rallied the country and the world is really inspiring." Before their meeting, Ben also spent time in Ukraine and Poland in his full potential as Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, where he even saw the devastation of Russian assaults in Irpin, Ukraine, and met with refugees who have been ejected by the ongoing war. Stiller told Zelensky about his visit to Irpin and said, "It's a different thing to see this destruction on TV or on social networks. Another thing is to see it all with your own eyes, which is a lot more shocking." The Ukrainian president replied by saying, "What you saw in Irpin is definitely terrible, but it is even worse to just imagine what is happening in the settlements that are still under temporary occupation in the east." Ben Stiller shared the video about his trip, speaking of the need to be in solidarity with people ejected by war around the world. In a statement shared by UNHCR, Ben said people have shared stories about how the war has changed their lives and how they've lost everything and are deeply worried about their future. Over the years, he has got the chance to meet refugees and asylum seekers from around the world. In so many parts of the world, war and violence devastate people while leaving some extremely traumatic effects. Wherever and whenever it happens, nobody wants to leave their home. Striving for safety is a right and it needs to be upheld for every person. He ended his statement by saying protecting people who are forced to leave is a collective global responsibility. We have to remember this could happen to anyone and anywhere. In an interview with BBC Breakfast on Tuesday, Ben Stiller, who is remembered for movies like There's Something About Mary and Dodgeball, said he is an actor, so the first thing which comes to his mind is that it looks like a movie, but the scale of it is even bigger and real, which is absolutely distressing. The war is still ongoing in East Ukraine, and some important locations are also under intense bombardment from Russian forces. NATO's Secretary General revealed that the West must be ready to continue supporting Ukraine in a war that is going to last for years. Ben has also been an ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees since 2016. He claimed that people in Kiev were trying to go to their businesses as normally as possible, but the reality is that they knew the war could return their way at any time. The thing that hurts Ben is that people have been caught in a situation which is completely beyond their control. Nobody wants to leave their home, nobody expects to go out into the world and have to start afresh, or even just trying to find a path to survive. The actor and director said he had learned a lot of things from mothers who had been forced to leave their homes with their young families when the shelling and rocket attacks were launched at the beginning of the war. He said, "One mother of two twins who had to grab her kids and run for shelter, not even knowing where to go for shelter. They went to the basement and had to wait till the sound of the rockets had gone away and take an opportunity to come back up and grab their clothes and then not know where to even go for safety." He explained that these types of stories are something where you just try to place yourself in that situation and think, what would happen if a rocket came into your apartment? Well, Ben Stiller is not the first celebrity to visit Ukraine. Angelina Jolie, a special ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, also visited Ukraine in April. She also met refugees and volunteers who were residing in the country. The war has displaced people within Ukraine as well as caused people to run off to other European countries. Actors Liev Schreiber, whose maternal Jewish grandfather left Ukraine, and Sean Penn have also visited the country. Earlier this month, Penn organized a funding night for Ukraine, where Zelensky spoke in a video and singer John Legend gave his performance. The event was successful in raising around $2.5 million. In that speech, Zelensky reported the destruction in his country and said, "This is not the site of a blockbuster about the apocalypse. This is our reality." Penn was in Ukraine when the war started and was making a documentary about the country's dispute with Russia. He also walked to the Polish border by foot to escape the war. Schreiber co-founded a network that aids and verifies grassroots organizations that are supporting Ukrainians. World leaders have also visited Ukraine during the attack to show their support for Zelensky. In a Monday tweet, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense said that Ukraine is grateful to Hollywood stars who, despite the danger, have visited the country, while naming Ben Stiller, Penn, Liev Schreiber, and Angelina Jolie. The tweet read, "You are more than just an inspiration to all of us. Millions around the world have heard the truth from you about the struggle of the Ukrainian people. What are your thoughts on Ben Stiller's visit to Ukraine? Let us know in the comment section below." Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. See you soon. Thanks for watching.